Hey friends, welcome to the SHN Sports Podcast. I'm Rob Hipp, Director of Operations at SHN Sports and an NCAA Division I play-by-play announcer for the Sam Houston State Bearcats.
And I'm Karl Schoening, a broadcaster of professional basketball, NCAA athletics, and the Director of Broadcasting for SHN Sports.
Well, Karl, excited today as this is our inaugural podcast where we're going to be talking here in what we're calling the 10-minute topic. And today it's a little bit of multiple topics, talking about what we do at SHN, how we can help others, a lot of great ideas that we're going to be tossing around here in this inaugural podcast. And Karl, I wanted to start by saying, you know what's crazy is it sounds just like you and I are in the exact same room sitting right next to each other, but in reality, we are 60 miles apart, about an hour apart. I'm in Georgetown, Texas, outside of Austin on the north side. You're in San Marcos, Texas, on the south side. Pretty incredible, man.
Yeah, we're on opposite ends of the greater Austin area, and obviously, SHN, we have a lot of tricks up our sleeves, as you say, and I like to also, use the phrase, we do a lot with a little, and we always aim to produce professional quality content, and we help other people do that. So, today's 10-minute topic is presented by the SHN Sports Broadcast in a Box, which both of us are using and use to promote or use to produce SHN Sports broadcasts of sporting events, and it's also presented by the SHN Sports Amazon affiliate page, where you can basically just buy all of this equipment. You go through us to buy a box that we'll put together for you and make sure is working as optimally as possible, because our box is about the size of Rob, what would you say? We could take this on an airplane. Like, I've taken it on an airplane before. It's under 50 pounds, and it's a little bit smaller than large luggage, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's a perfect way to describe it. It's just a little bit smaller than a large piece of luggage, but it's all the tools. It's everything that you need to have a broadcast. And here's a perfect example. You and I doing it right here on the inaugural SHN Sports Podcast. Pretty awesome, man. I'm excited about it.
Yeah, so we're already a few minutes into it, but we like to make sure that we don't ramble on too long. We want to get to the point. We also want people to have fun with this. So, Rob, we talked about this off air, and let's just go ahead and let the people in on it. The 10-minute topic will be stopped at roughly 10 minutes every time. We'll do it at the beginning of every episode where, one of us decides to set the 10-minute topic timer, and then it's your responsibility when that timer goes off, since we're not in the same room, to cut off the conversation and say we're going into the final 5 minutes, which we'll go ahead and finish the final 5 minutes. So let's go ahead and say we've probably been rambling on for about 6 minutes so far, or 5 minutes so far, right? So let's go ahead and say that there's 5 minutes, 30 seconds left on the 10-minute topic, and then we'll go ahead and set in the final 5 minutes afterwards. But, here at SHN Sports, we're here to help empower organizations, bring value to what their business does in terms of live streaming. So we're here for consultation services at SHN, and we really make our money through these consultations when you buy equipment. And, Rob, you and I have a lot of these all the time. I had a real estate agent the other day approach me about creating content, and I asked him what his budget was, and he said $2,500 to about $4,000. And I said, hey, we can work with that. That's great. What were you thinking about doing with that money? What's important to you? And he's like, definitely the highest end computer I can think of.
Well, I was hoping
I'm just kind of like,
when you said 2.5, I was hoping that you would say 2.5 million, but we'll take the 2.5 thousand. That's
that
okay.
Would be a big commission for us. No, it was about $2,500 to $4,000. And, I told him, hey, this is an awesome computer. It runs about $2,000. You're probably never going to need to update it. Take care of it, But, that's probably with overhead of editing 8K video, which, isn't even a standard yet. So I told him, you can save $2,000 you can save $1,000 on the computer and go with what we use at SHN Sports, and then you can use that other $1,000 on sound equipment, green screens, mixers for professional sound quality, maybe a better camera if you want to go with certain things such as sports broadcasting. Sometimes a good camera is something that you want to prioritize your investment in. Definitely we recommend audio because we want everything to sound and look good, so that's why we recommend what is this? We got an 8-channel mixer, Rob. So, we use pretty professional stuff, but it's actually all relatively affordable, and we present all of our prices straight up because it's on Amazon. So, we're not really trying to sell too much, but we do want to help other people broadcast. And then if they're doing sports broadcasting, we provide them with our own intellectual properties, which includes what all do we have going on now, Rob, and what we're working on. The SHN Sports Scoreboard probably being the most important thing, where we talk about being able to actually know what's going on in a game, relatively speaking.
Yeah, we try to make it really simple, Karl, and it's something that, we're entering our 6th year now at SHN, and who would have thought, Karl, you and I meeting, literally not trying to take a page out of Herb Kelleher's book with writing a business plan on a napkin, but you and I were at a restaurant in Georgetown 6 years ago. We wrote that down while we were enjoying a glass of wine, and it started on a napkin, and now here we go 6 years later, and our original idea was just broadcast high school teams. And then as we started to broadcast, we realized really quickly, man, it's kind of a pain setting up equipment. And that's really how the Broadcast in a Box design and the idea was born. And we went through 3 or 4 prototypes. I almost lost my finger on one of them right on my front porch with the
yeah,
and I said, I don't want to get into the production business. And so we've been able to put something together, though, that is really awesome. And you talk about the tools that it has, as we've got just a couple of more minutes here in our 10-minute topic today. But you talk about tools like a scoreboard, a very simple scoreboard that can be utilized for a multiple array of sports, from basketball to football, even now implementing soccer, and of course all the other sports. Baseball is a huge one, and those are all things that we can implement. And something that's really awesome about this box is you also have the ability to not just do video. If you want to do audio, you can do audio as well. I met with a Montessori school superintendent a little bit earlier today, and as you know, and we don't have to go into the discussion because we could be here all night, but the coronavirus is such a very serious thing that's going on right now, and a lot of organizations are required to still have their board meetings, and they have to be open to the public. Well, how can you do that? Well, a lot of legal people have said you can do it online as long as people have access to it. Hopefully, we've got a Montessori school here in the Georgetown area just outside of Austin that's going to invest in a Broadcast in a Box. So it's not just sports. It can be used for anything. It can be used for board meetings. I'll be honest with you, Karl, and not to be morbid, I streamed a funeral service with the SHN Sports Broadcast in a Box. So it can literally do anything as far as all of your broadcasting needs, and I'm excited about it. It's been something that's awesome. And last, I've used it in the NCAA in Division I. When we're sitting on press row, I've been able to put the box right next to me and utilize it there at that level as well, Karl.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's the great thing, is that it really does fit almost every level and can be adjusted to every level. So it doesn't matter if, the only thing I'll say is, NBA, NFL, all those professional leagues that have a lot more money, obviously they're working with much better equipment, but we can show you how to have high quality broadcasts, and we can show you how you can do it within your budget too. More or less, we think that we at least bring that kind of value to whatever it is you're trying to broadcast, that you can start finding sponsors, and we can work with you on sales packages too. And Rob, I'm going to go ahead and cut myself off. We have 10 seconds until my timer goes off, but that was basically the end of the 10-minute topic. Final 5 minutes, I just want to let people know how they can become an affiliate. That'll be one of the main things that we talk about, and obviously just kind of recap everything else we talked about, but I will go ahead and set that 5-minute timer. Say about 30 seconds came off since I did that last time, or we'll just go ahead and set it for 4:30. But, Rob, I think it's important to note that we are busy. We're in, 6 states now, SHN Sports, and we have, I don't think I've sat down and counted, but we have quite a lot of affiliates, and we appreciate everybody who, does want to have better streaming quality of their broadcasts, and they've worked with us, and they've been great. But I think email is the best way that we've decided to be able to send simple information. We have tutorial videos on how to use our stuff. So if you are interested in, either getting consultation from SHN Sports, or if you are interested in joining SHN Sports as an affiliate, or any other general broadcasting and audiovisual production needs, you can reach out to us, and it's pretty simple. Karl, Karl, at SHNSports.com. And Rob, yours is Rob at SHNSports.com. And we just want to let you guys know that you can reach out to us, and we'll do our best to get back to y'all as quickly as possible.
Yeah, some options we have of becoming an affiliate. We have the intro starter package where it's no charge to you for our affiliates, and that's just kind of the basic entry level. We've got some great partners, one of them specifically Joey Snowden with Malakoff and the Malakoff Tiger Sports Network. Those guys have been rock stars, as many of our network affiliates have. But then if you need a little bit more advanced consultation, we charge that at an hourly rate. You and I are working on many ideas to combine that with the SHN Broadcast Academy, something else that we're very excited about. Of course, the Broadcast in a Box. I did want to mention, for more information on the box, you can easily visit shnsports.com/box. That's shnsports.com/box. And then, of course, our new Amazon affiliates page where we really spell out all the equipment and everything that you need. So for us, if you need to broadcast events, if you need to broadcast sports, of course, right now things are pretty slow in the sports world, but that's going to turn around once we get through this situation that we're all facing across the globe. But we've got the equipment and the tools that you need. And really, someone the other day was telling me in the radio world, Karl, they said, I don't really like the term one-stop shop. And I said, I do, because we truly are your one-stop shop. When it comes to anything related to broadcasting, we can consult with you. We can provide the tools that you need. And that's really the main message and the point that I wanted to get across on our first podcast here, as we'll have these at least once a week or so, and we'll put out more content so folks can stay engaged and stay up to date with the wonderful things that we are doing here at SHN Sports. And Karl, as you know, at the end of the day for us, it's all about promoting student athletes when it comes to sports broadcasting, and it's really helping students and organizations to empower their students and events as they go forward as well. So a lot of things cranking, and we're going to talk more about that in future podcasts. But again, very exciting. And Karl, 6 years, man, who would have thought 6 years later, here we are tonight talking about all the wonderful things that are going on. And I wanted to say one last thing. It's because of our SHN family and the culture that you and I have really worked hard to develop, knowing that we appreciate everybody, not just the SHN employees, but all across our network who make what we do possible. We couldn't do it without them, man.
Yeah. I think our affiliates are awesome, and I very much appreciate everybody who's interested in joining us. And you hit the nail on the head with the hammer, Rob. I think we just can only expand to grow, and we hope to basically give people the empowerment to live stream on their own and learn several different ways. That's why we'll have the academy to show how we do our productions, and that's how we'll be able to teach you how to do things. But in this final minute, I also want to throw out that we understand sometimes learning new skills such as audio-visual production is not really in your timetable. We're all pretty busy, and learning technology that you're not familiar with can be difficult. So, aside from our individual consultations, if you're in the Austin area and we're able to get to you, whether it be now or in the future, probably more likely in the future, obviously, we are also available for hire too, because we've done podcasts for people who, just are okay paying per event, and we do have per event rates as well, because it's sometimes a lot to basically buy equipment when you only need one thing broadcasted. But Rob, that is the end of the final 5 minutes. There was only 2 ticks of the clock left from the timer that I set. Very awesome doing this with you, buddy. And, I'm looking forward to us doing more of these podcasts. We've had this in the works for a while, and just kind of worked out to where we finally got everything to align for us to do this first one. So, good times, buddy.
Yeah, we appreciate it. Thanks, everybody, for listening. Again, for more information, you can email myself or Karl. My email is rob@shnsports.com. That's ROB@shnsports.com. Karl Schoening's email, Karl, that's Karl, @shnsports.com. We can keep you up to date and give you more information on how we can help you succeed with your broadcasting endeavors. Karl, thank you, man. I appreciate it. I'm already looking forward to the next one, where we're really going to start hammering out some details and some more ideas that are going to help people be successful in their broadcasting. Thanks, Karl.
Yeah, thank you, Rob. Looking forward to episode 2 as well.